Hey everyone, hey Leo, welcome to my channel. This is Earthchild Tarot. This message is for your past life. So for those of you who have Leo in your north or south node, this message pertains to your past life, how it affects you now, what lessons or karmic cycles need to be broken or lessons needing to be learned and embraced. So pretty much how your past, who you were in a past life and how it's still echoing in your life now. Okay. There's always signs, synchronicities, markings on your body, things like that. People, soulmates, or twin flames, people that you feel you've known before, but you may have never met them before in your life in this lifetime, is probably because they come from the same place that you come from, right? You knew them before in spirit somewhere. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what types of, what's interesting is that I've had my window open and I just felt a very beautiful breeze, like air come in, like very cool air. I have a feeling, I haven't even pulled any cards yet. I haven't even shuffled through your cards, Leo. And I'm not being dramatic, but I feel that there are those of you when you were born into this lifetime, you were a breath of fresh air, or you brought some type of relief to your family or to the world in some way, shape, or form, right? Like I was doing Cancer's reading, and for them, it was very quiet. You know, it was very easy to get their reading done. There was no distractions, right? So that meant something for them. But for you, Leo, I have a sense that there is something that you bring, a healing. Some of you guys are healers. I don't know where I'm getting that from, but you bring some type of relief to the world or to people around you, or when you walk into a room. There's something that you bring, okay, with you, whether you recognize that or not, okay? I also get the sense that you need to breathe more. Others of you may talk too fast and you don't give yourself the time to breathe. I don't know where that's coming from, but that can represent something in your past life as well. All right. All right, all signs of Leo, and especially your north and your south node. Let's go ahead and jump right into your reading, Leo. For all signs of Leo, universe, source, ancestors, archangels, spirit guides, deities, speak to Leo. All signs of Leo for their past life messages, for their past life messages for the sign of Leo, for their past life messages for the sign of Leo, past life messages for the sign of Leo. Let's see. Whatever cards fall are the cards that I will choose for you, Leo, okay? Okay, only one card wanted to fall out, and we have Greco-Roman so far. We have vows. We have Celtic. And we have transportation. Ooh, bottom of the deck, we have health. I'm getting a marriage here, Leo, in your past life. For those of you who are married now, or you're in a relationship with someone romantically, you've known them before. You were married to them before. You guys come from a lot of you guys come from planet Earth, but you come from a very ancient time. Some of you guys really love Celtic or old European, old English, like very ancient Irish or Scottish traditions. Some of you guys definitely come from a Roman period, very powerful cultures here. Very powerful cultures. Transportation. You guys moved something in your past life. You moved a lot, actually. You guys were travelers for sure. Oh, for some of you, Leo, some of you guys in your past life coming from an ancient background on Earth, of an ancient culture, you guys were enslaved. I feel like there are some of you guys that, I wouldn't say enslaved, but you moved a lot. You had people under you. There was something that you vowed. There was something that you believed in it. This has something to do with healing. I get the sense, because you have health here. This represents healing. It represents you were in good health, I feel. Like you come from a time where, again, very powerful energy, very powerful culture here. Well-known culture. These are not cultures that people don't know about. Like, these are written in the books. People know what these cultures stood for and what they were today. But we're gonna get some more information here, because we have vows and transportation, and I want to know more about what that is speaking to for you, Leo. But I get the sense that there are those of you were married. If you're married now, or you're in a relationship with someone now, and I feel like your person is also an old soul, but you guys are different. You guys are not from the same, you're from the same place spiritually. But in this lifetime, Leo, I feel that if you're in a relationship, you're in a relationship with someone who is very different. They come from a different culture. Okay? They live far from you, or they were born someplace farther. So if you were born in America or Europe, let's say America, you were born in America, but your person was born all the way in Europe or Africa or something like that, or Asia. You guys come from a different background. But you guys still you still feel like a sense of oneness with this person. Something else just hit me just now, Leo. For those of you, there are those of you in this lifetime who switched religions or spiritual beliefs, because in your past life, you did the same thing. You did the same thing. You switched up religions, or you switched a certain tradition. You didn't want to follow a certain tradition anymore. You wanted to do something different, and you did. You changed something very big here, Leo. It was a very big change. Okay, so let's see here. Let's see what this is talking about. For Leo, for their past life messages. Leo, for their past life messages. Universe source, all signs of Leo. Universe source, spirit guides, deities, archangels, ancestors, for the sign of Leo. I'm getting a lot of information here, Leo. I don't get that you guys are old in spirit. Very old, very ancient in spirit. So once again, cards are not falling out as much. I just feel like you guys were very straight to the point in your past life, and you're kind of like that now. You've grown to be that way, where what you believe in, you stick with. But there are those of you who are definitely healers here, because we have health. You're definitely a healer from very ancient Some of you guys in this lifetime still practice ancient culture or ancient ways of healing people, or your soul is just, when you step into a room, like you bring that healing energy with you. Wherever you go, you bring healing with you. Okay. Okay. So we're going to read a couple of these cards. We have avarice. And you see how that pot of gold is broken. And then we have rage. And you see that lion. It's kind of hard to tell, but there's a lion surrounded by fire. And then we have progress. So you definitely come from a culture and a background in your past life where it was huge progression. Some of you guys came from a culture where it switched from this Celtic energy or this ancient religious or ancient spiritual energy to, sorry guys, my stomach's making noises, to like this Roman. Some of you guys switched from a certain type of spirituality to Christian. But I don't get that. I get the sense that you guys stuck to some of you guys definitely just stuck to your ancient traditions no matter what in your past life. Some of you guys, I'm getting in your past life that you ran away because things were changing too much for the worse in your eyes. So you just you wanted to stick with the ancient traditions because it was best for you to do so. Okay. I'm getting a lot of energy here, but you guys had healing energies, but someone tried to take it away in your past life. So in this life, it's kind of the same thing where someone wants to put your fire out. There are people who want to put your fire out because they see how powerful you are, Leo. And you're just not going to let them. You're not going to let them. So let's go ahead and see what these cards are speaking to you about, Leo. So we have avarice. Okay, let's just read that one really quickly. Let's see. So it says, if you get avarice in a reading, it is a warning that you might be seeking more than what is necessary to be satisfied. You are advised to realign with what is most important to you and make sure your beliefs, ways, and actions reflect that. Okay. This card is also a warning against imposing your principles or standards on someone else. So this is what I mean, Leo. Oh, I'm getting something else. Oh my God, Leo. Because once again, I'm getting power. I'm getting very strong, very powerful energy here. Because anybody who has Leo in their chart, especially if it's in your sun sign or your rising, or even in your north or south node, you guys were very powerful at some point, especially on Earth or anywhere wherever you come from. But I feel like it's very earthly energy for those of you who were in a past life on Earth in a very ancient time. You guys had a lot of power. You were very very, very wealthy. But you had certain standards for your community or for your palace or for your village or town. Because it doesn't necessarily mean that you had like a whole metropolis to yourself. Some of you could have. Others of you may have just had a tribe or a village that you were in charge of. Some of you guys were chiefs, kings, queens, right? Princes, princesses. You guys were dukes. Some of you guys had a lot of power. You were emperors or empresses. And you had the power to move anything. I feel like that's where this transportation comes from. You had the power to move anything and anyone. Because you wanted progress. You would change anything. So I feel that there are those of you, Leo, who imposed a lot of rules that people didn't like. But in your past life, some of you, Leo, were a bit greedy. Okay, I hate to say that because I'm a Leo myself, but you're learning in this lifetime not to be greedy or not to spend too much money, not to buy something that you don't need. There are those of you who are finally learning that lesson that what you already have is enough, right? Because maybe in a past life you didn't really understand that concept because you had everything and no one could say no to you, right? This is making more sense now. A whole lot more sense. So Leo, you're getting a lot of power here because I felt that from the beginning, but I just wasn't really sure. Like, you guys were not little in any sense of the word. You didn't have little, right? Maybe there could be a couple of you that had a rough time in your past life and you didn't come from power, but I don't believe that. I feel like at some point in one of your past lives or a number of your past lives, you had power. You had power, and it's bleeding into this life now, but you're learning lessons now. You're learning some lessons that may be a little bit hard for you in this lifetime because in your past life you didn't really understand the concept of limits, right? All right, so we have rage. Let's see what rage is speaking to you guys about. Okay. All right. Oops. So it says, if you get rage in a reading, there is an indication that you have been hurt and may be seeking refuge in rage as a way to cope with pain. You are advised to recognize that you are just hurt, to stop focusing exclusively on the anger, and to deal with the core issue so you may move forward with your life in a healthy, productive way. So Leo, your lesson in this lifetime, as well as it was in your past life, you can't get everything that you want, okay? You get what you want by doing the work, but it's going to come to you at the right time. You can't get everything that you want at a certain time that you want it, right? So there are those of you who now there are others of you in your past life, you were under a ruler or some type of a culture where you had a ruler or a king or a queen or whoever who had a temper. This particular ruler had a temper, excuse me. They wanted what they wanted and they didn't care. Even if they had to take it from another culture, right? You may have come from a time where a lot of people died, you know, because of the rule that you were under, because they wanted what they wanted. They didn't care if they took it from other people, especially if you were a healer, okay? So you could have seen a lot of death in your past life, Leo. But for others of you, you were a ruler who wanted everything. You wanted what you asked for, and it wasn't, you guys could have some of you guys are reaping some karma, okay, for that. You may not remember that, but there may be some things that the universe is like, okay, you need to learn not to do that. Okay, you're not going to get everything that you want. So some of you guys come from a background in this lifetime where a lot was taken from you because you had to realize that it doesn't work like that. Things get taken away from you because it happens to everybody. It doesn't matter how rich you are. So even though you may not remember, you don't have these memories from your past life, the universe is still remembers, okay? But you guys are all about progress, no matter what. That still sticks with you in this lifetime, Leo. Okay, you guys, if things are not moving forward, you become impatient, right? You want things to start picking up, but your soul, it needs to learn, hey, slow down. Like, slow down. You don't need to do that right now, right? That's very, very, very interesting. Oh, we have transcendence at the bottom of the deck. So that means that you guys are ascending. You guys are transforming. You guys have changed. Your soul has matured, right? It's understanding things a little bit differently than it did in your past life. Okay, you don't need everything, Leo, to be happy, right? You have to realize that you're enough and that you have enough and that the universe will always give you enough, right? All right. All right, let's pull one more oracle message and we're going to get into your tarot messages for the sign of Leo. For the sign of Leo. For the sign of Leo for their past life messages. For the sign of Leo for their past life messages. Universe, source, archangels, ancestors, deities, spirit guides. For the sign of Leo for their past life messages. Leo, past life messages, universe, source. Leo's past life messages. Yeah, you have the green man. There's that ruler energy, that masculine energy there. It says initiative, fertilization, action. So you were and still are, Leo, an individual who craves leadership. There's nothing wrong with that, right? In your past life, it may have been a little bit extreme, right? Because you come from such an ancient time in the world, okay? You were a different person back then. But now in this life, you still have that leadership energy where you want, some of you guys still crave power in a way, you know? And again, there's nothing wrong with that. There are a lot of people that surround you who don't understand that. They don't have the courage to be able to go after what they want with confidence. There are things that you want that most people feel is far-fetched, or there's no way you can reach that. But Leo, there are a lot of you who have reached it. You've set a goal that seemed too big to reach, or too far to reach, should I say. But this is how powerful you are. You can go after whatever you want. And there may be people surrounding you in this lifetime who hate that. But just remember, Leo, not everyone thinks the way you do. Not everyone craves the things that you do. Keep it to yourself. Some of you need to just keep it to yourself, right? Take action, but with wisdom. Don't feel that you need to have the whole basket. Leave some for someone else, right? Be patient. So yeah, this is very huge energy, Leo. And people may not they don't understand that. But you're someone who's very, very different. You beat against the system in a very powerful way. Some of you guys are capable of gaining power that you could never even dream of, but you have to take action. Some of you guys, when it comes to a job or a relationship, you can have a relationship where both of you are a power couple, right? Both of you can be powerful, right? In your relationship. Not a lot of people can do that, right? All right. Let's pull some tarot cards for you guys for your past life. Oops. Yep. Wow. We have your sign here, Leo, 5 of Wands. The Ace of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and then we have Cancer. You come right after Cancer. So, Leo, bottom of the deck, we have the 4 of Swords. There is no one that can compete with you, Leo. Some of you guys have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio in your chart, okay? No one can compete with you. They try. In your past life, no one could beat you. No one could stand up against you, right? You had power. Whether you were male or female, you had power. And even in this lifetime, if you put your mind to it and you put your intention and your power and your confidence behind what you want, there is no competing with you. And the people that you surround yourself with, other people who have that same energy, you guys are a tribe, right? The people that you hang around, there are people who can't compete with them. And you guys are able to come together. And if you're in a relationship with someone, or you're married, or it's your boyfriend or girlfriend or fiance, it's the same thing. You guys don't compete with one another because you see them as equal. You only are friends with people who are your equal. Sorry, guys, if you can hear my stomach, I'm so sorry. But Leo, you have a certain destiny here, and it's always followed you in your past life. Okay? So with you went for what you wanted, still go for it, because you have the ability to bring the utmost happiness in your life, in your relationship, in your job, in your career. Bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Swords. So this means like you don't have anything to worry about. You have nothing to worry about. No matter what job you have, I don't care if it's in retail or it's in accounting or carpentry, some type of design, whatever it is that you do, no one can compete with you. And those who can are your equal, right? So your past life, you only hung out with people who had that same power. I'm going to clarify these really quickly. Wow, look at that. You have the Emperor. The Emperor represents the green man, right? Because the green man is the Emperor here. These are the same, right? These are the same. What did I say? You were emperor or an empress, right? No one can compete with you, Leo, in your past life. And no one can compete with you now. There are those of you who don't even like enter competitions because you just feel like that's not for me. It's no point, right? Others of you just don't gravitate towards competition because you do your own thing. Bottom of the deck, we have the King of Wands. That's that Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy. But this is you. Power, masculine energy, whether you're male or female, right? We have the Fool clarifying the Ace of Cups. Go after what you want, Leo, because you did it in your past life. You didn't care who you had to step on. You didn't care who you needed to take from. Now, that's not something you should be doing now, right? Be careful with that. Don't go taking from other people, right? Because you're better than that. You had to learn that in your past life, but some of you guys didn't really learn that. Some of you guys changed your ways, but others of you, like, you didn't care. And some of that energy has bled into this life. So Leo, be careful. Don't take from others. Don't try to step on others just because you can. Right? Don't do things just because you can. Do it because make sure it's wisdom behind it. Go after what you want and what you love, but don't be impatient or greedy. Greed is never going to get you anywhere, right? So then we have, well, it might get you somewhere because it got you somewhere in your past life, but when it comes to judgment of character, okay, be careful. We have the Hanged Man clarifying the Chariot. So it's like kind of understand before you jump into something. Think about it. Let the universe bring the right ingredients for that situation or scenario to grow and expand, right? That's your message for your life now. But from your past life, again, you had everything. You had everything, Leo. So if you were able to manifest whatever you wanted in your past life on that level, you can do it now. But you have to make sure that you carry wisdom with you and your spirit guides or your ancestors or whoever, right? Your intuition. Follow your intuition because you're meant, Leo, your past life and your life now, you're meant for great things. And I hate to sound kind of cliche, but you're meant for a very, very, very high purpose here that most people only wish that they can surmount to, right? And I'm not saying that because I'm a Leo, you know what I mean? Like, I'm serious. You don't have to be a Leo sun to like amount to these things. You can be a Scorpio sun, you can be a Taurus sun, wherever you have Leo in your chart, right? You're carrying this energy with you. So whatever it is that you do, there's nobody that can top you, okay? All right. Much love and light to all of you, Leo. I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see you guys in your next reading. Take care, you guys. Bye.